Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper and today we are going to talk about NIVEA. We are going to talk about NIVEA's new products in their Naturally Good series. So I came across this one here the other day or some days ago, maybe some weeks ago, and I decided to try it out. It is a micellar face wash. And I tried it for a couple of weeks, and then I saw in the shop that they had something else I would like to try as well, which I thought would be a good thing to try after having used this one here. And that is these creams here. So there is a night cream here as well in the same series. And then there is the day cream in the same series as well. So I tried those out, and we can just talk a little bit after we have shown it on the skin, how they actually perform and how they acted on my skin. Did I like it or did I not like it? Is it something I would like to buy again or not? So first of all, I tried this one here, and I was a little bit, it doesn't contain a lot of things, so it does have a glucoside in it, so that is what forms the micellar. So that is the way the dirt is taken gently off your skin. So I thought, will it kind of like dry out my skin or will it not? Because what it contains is something that we've heard about before, and that is aloe vera. So aloe vera juice, leaf juice powder to be precise. And that is what gives us this sort of a greenish, jellish sort of texture and color. So I tried it on, and it was a little bit... you don't want to splash too much water into a mix that is already a micellar mix, but they do say that you need to wash your face kind of like in the normal way, so just use it like a soap. So let's just have a little look and see how that works. Because sometimes people, they like to have something that is like really foamy when they are putting it on their skin, but this stuff here doesn't do that. And I just take a little bit of water and then just try it on the lower part of my face. Like that. And I just have my normal moisturizers on today, and I have sunscreen on as well. So yeah, take it off like this, and then go in with the cloth. This is obviously a microfiber cloth, so it will take it off a little bit more than if you were just using some sort of cotton cloths. So like that. And does it tinkle on my face, or does it annoy my skin or anything like that? No, it doesn't, and it has a sort of pleasant, kind of like clean-ish perfume to it. So nice. So just take it off like that. And I would say after I had used it, I was actually usually I would, when I have washed my face, I would put on a cream straight away or a serum and so on. But here I actually just left it a little while to see if it would start to annoy my skin. And I would say it did not start to annoy my skin, and I think it doesn't kind of like dry out the skin or anything like that. Apart from that, just as you have, if you have used the water on your face, like a lukewarm water and a cloth, then you will kind of like feel that you need to put a little bit of a cream on afterwards. It's kind of like the same sort of a feeling. So not the sort of feeling like if you are using some soapy stuff and it kind of really dries out your skin and it makes your skin tinkle and all that sort of things, and really kind of like it feels like it's cracking up. So this felt nice on the skin as such. So here we go. So what I'll do now is we just kind of like to try these creams on it. So my skin is just now a little bit moist, so there's a little bit of water in this skin. So if we start with this one here, the Natural Good Organic Aloe Vera Day Cream, they say it is a Radiance Day Cream. And I would say the difference between this one here and this one here is that one of them is a day cream and the other one is a night cream. And yes, a night cream is very kind of like greasy or kind of like more fat on the face. And now I can feel that my face is a little bit kind of like tingling a little bit, but nothing I would say that is alarming or strange or anything like that. So if we take the day cream here, then it contains aloe vera, and the other one here, it says on the front it contains organic argan oil. So that is the main difference between those two products, that this one here and the other one, we have here. They kind of like contains the same things, but in a different sort of order, and that makes them a little bit different when you're comparing them to each other. And the main difference is that this one here contains aloe vera and the other one contains argan oil, and that makes it way more greasy on the skin. So when I tested it, I did not use any sort of serums or anything on my skin. I just went straight from this one here to the cream in order to make sure that I did just like they are meant to be used. So a good dollop here, kind of like this, and it is a very kind of like it's not a greasy sort of cream, it's a very light cream. So we just put it on this side here. So we put the other one on the other side. Just take the worst off here. So kind of like that. And this might be a little bit much, but I will say that it does actually sink in relatively easy. But it might be that you can kind of like obviously test how much your skin can take. A dry skin will obviously take up much more than an oily skin. But they say on the front, on the package here, they say that it is for, whoops, this way here, normal to combination skin. So yeah, that is kind of like the sort of skin I have. So we put it on like this, and that is, I would say, it is a bit much. I would say the dollop I put on, that would be kind of like for the entire face. So that would be a little bit much that I put on here. But I will say that it does actually sink in nicely. But what I found was that during the day, as it started out, when it had sunk in, it felt kind of like, okay, it doesn't feel greasy. But after some hours time, I will say that when I touched my skin, it felt a little bit kind of like I have used a very fat cream or very greasy cream on my skin. So during the day, it kind of like worked with my skin in a way that it became more and more greasy. Like normally when you're putting a cream on, or when I put a cream on, it's kind of like, yes, I can feel a little bit of some sort of slip on the skin. But here I would say it was more like a thick sort of slip, like a slippery slope or something like that. But that was after some hours, and I would say it's not a sort of a feeling that I like on the skin. And I would say actually as the time passed and the day went on, it felt more and more like I had actually used the night cream on my skin. So it kind of like in that sense, it started to feel more and more sort of greasy, but it didn't annoy my skin. I didn't break out or anything like that. So I would say these creams here, they are not very sophisticated, expensive creams. So maybe you can't expect the world when you are using a cream like this. And actually when I bought it, it was kind of like almost half price or something like that. I bought it in Waitrose some weeks ago, and it was on offer there. But normally it is a relatively one of those budget sort of creams. So if we go on to this one here, so the night cream, you will expect that one to be a little bit more greasy, and I will say yes, it is a little bit more greasy. And when I used it, when sometimes when you wake in the morning and you have put a lot of cream on in the evening, and when you wake up in the morning, it's kind of like you feel a bit dry on the skin. I would say I don't normally use a night cream, so I don't use a sort of a very fat cream in the evening. I use my normal daytime sort of cream from Argan, which I have spoken about a lot before. So the Argan La Crème Fluide. So here we have the night cream, which is much more fat. So I just use a little bit less than I did on this side here. So it kind of like it has the same color, and it is as a little bit sort of more rigid, or a bit more fat. And I must say that I think it is the argan oil that makes the difference. So here it goes. I put it on like that, and it kind of like has the same sort of smell. It's not an overpowering smell, but it's kind of like, it's a little bit different than the other one here, but actually I think it's the same sort of a perfume that's in there. So we put it on, and this will take a much longer for it to sink in. So take your time if you like this one here. But as I said, it felt like it was still on when I woke up in the morning. So for that, actually gives good protection all night long, even that your pillowcase will take up a lot of cream. So it was actually quite moisturizing during the night. So again, just for that little amount I put on, it actually goes quite a long way, and it will take a little bit of time before it sinks in. So just a little bit gentle around the eyes, so like that, and it starts to become a little bit sort of not that slippery, but it feels more like you have some sort of thick waxy stuff on the skin, not like a thick wax sort of thing, but it kind of like feels like you have some sort of waxy stuff on the skin. So yes, I would say if you are just looking for something that will moisturize your skin, and it is not supposed to be too expensive, and you would like to have something that is organic and all that sort of a thing, then maybe this could be a good choice. I would say there's nothing wrong with the product as such, but I will say that it is a little bit, for my taste, a little bit to the greasy side. So yes, I would say if you have maybe a more dry skin than I have, it might be a good choice. But if you have an oily sort of skin, I would say that maybe this is not the best choice. And they don't say it is for oily skin, it's for combination skin. So some parts of your face will be oily and some parts will not be oily. It's a little bit difficult with a combination skin. But for oily skin as such, I would say maybe it's a little bit too much. And when you see the difference here, I have the day cream on this side here, and then I have the night cream on this side here. And I would say when I look in the mirror, this shine is kind of like the same, but when I touch here, it's kind of like it's a more flat waxy feeling, and on this side here it's a more heavy thick sort of waxy feeling. But as I said, during the day, this side here became a little bit more kind of like as if I put this stuff on my entire face. And I would say it is not a cream I'm going to use again, but would I use this one here again? I wouldn't mind using this one here, but yes, I think there are other face washes that are performing a little better for my taste, but I would say there's nothing wrong with it. It's a very simple and few ingredients sort of product. So yes, if you like something that is organic and naturally good, as they say on this bottle here, then this could be a nice choice. But it's a simple product, but I will say that they are a little bit on the greasy side. So yes, if you would like to see more of this sort of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all the things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more of this sort of videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.